Hey, what's up composers? It's Josh, and I have a new video involving sheet music. Now, whether you are an arranger or orchestrator, or if you're interested in becoming a copyist, it's important that you can write music correctly and accurately, and also make your music look as clean and professional as possible. So, what are some things that you can do to make it look as professional as possible before you send it off? Here are several things you can do to follow a checklist down the road. 1. Tempo marking. So if you have a bunch of tempo changes in your music, make sure to clearly state the tempo changes on the score. Second, proper key for all instruments. Make sure that on your conductor score and also for the parts that the keys are in the transposed key before you send it off. That can be a big mistake when you print out all your scores and you don't realize till the recording session that the music is in the wrong key, and that could cost you lots of money in the long run. 3. Dynamics, articulation, and technique. I kind of lumped this all together, but make sure any of the markings that involve expression, the articulation, whether that's staccato or legato, slurred notes, things like that. And then the last being technique. If there are technique notations such as arco, bowing, or pizzicato for the strings, make sure that that is clearly notated before that is printed out. Super important. 4. Range issues. If you have a range issue that you come across and you didn't realize that when you're writing the music out, now is the time to make those decisions and whether those notes should go lower or higher, depending if that's a note that can't be played on an instrument. So check your ranges, be familiar with the range of an oboe and how low it can go and how high a horn can go. That's pretty common that people write too high for horns. So whatever instrument it is, check your range. 5. Rehearsal marks. When you're rehearsing with an orchestra, the conductor usually will want rehearsal marks at least. Bar numbers on every measure would be great too. It wouldn't hurt, especially if it's a session, a recording session, and the conductor is looking at scores every day. And so know the purpose of your music and make sure it is as clear as possible. Rehearsal marks is one way to do that. Number 6 is accurate road mapping. What that means is if you have some things like repeats, or you have more particularly the DC al codas and DC al alfin, just make sure that all of that is correct and it looks good for the score and also for the part. 7, this is a more particular one, but if you write for choir or if it's a vocal part that has lyrics, make sure that you notate your lyrics correct, make sure the words are spelled correctly, make sure the vowels are partitioned out on the right notes. That's something that a lot of vocalists do appreciate, is when you really focus on making sure those words are spelled correctly and everything is broken down to the T. One other thing is for lyrics, a lot of people may not look over how legible it could be just because of the spacing. Things like that you'll have to pay attention to and make sure that it's spread out so that you can read those words. 8. Proper chord symbols. Now, this is good for bass guitar, piano, guitar, electric guitar, anything that requires someone that is playing chords or doing more improv stuff. Make sure that your chords are in the right key and that they are accurate. And the last but not least is to check for the overall aesthetics of your score. We want to check for any of the main page or the title page stuff, so make sure that all of the layout looks correct. Also, you may have publishing credits, so if you want to put your copyright, make sure that is placed in the right spot. Now that you're ready to deliver your music, here's a quick summary of everything I just talked about. So, keep those good habits in place and keep writing excellent music. I will see you next time. Please subscribe and ring that notification bell as well to see more videos. Thanks.